Brace yourselves, because what I am about to spill will make every love and hip-hop reunion look like a sleepy Sunday picnic. Forget fairy tale loyalty. Forget the ride-or-die fantasy. Yandy and Mendeecees are standing on a cliff's edge, dangling over the kind of breakup that could make even Jada and will look like couple goals. Yes, I said it. Now, tell me this, how does a simple sit-down over a bottle of water spiral into something that feels like a courtroom cross-examination? How does a quiet, pass the Aquafina moment mutate into, I am done fighting for this marriage? At this point, is it even a marriage we are watching, or are we just front-row spectators to the longest, most unpredictable Jerry Springer episode ever filmed in HD? And the social media wildfire? It is already scorching timelines. Twitter is ablaze with posts like, Mendeecees checked out back in season 3, we have been new, while another viral comment reads, Yandy is out here fighting for a man who is mentally on a Puerto Rican beach sipping mojitos with Scrappy's crew. The shade is writing itself in real time. Fans are screen-grabbing every eyebrow raise, every side eye, turning them into memes before the episode even ends. This is not just a breakup rumor, it is a digital bonfire of opinions, each tweet another spark. So tighten your seatbelt, grab the popcorn, maybe even clutch your partner's hand to double-check your own love life, because we are diving headfirst into the chaos, the betrayal, and the heartbreak tearing Yandy and Mendeecees apart. Let us rewind the clock, because this disaster did not appear overnight. From the very start, they sold us the love story of the decade, built on loyalty, sacrifice, and a ride-or-die devotion that could supposedly weather jail time, public scrutiny, and relentless gossip. Instagram filters turned their everyday into a glossy romance novel. But if you were watching closely, and I know you were, you could already see the hairline cracks forming like spiderwebs in glass. Minor disagreements that should have ended with a hug began to morph into full-scale power battles. Every quiet sigh in a car ride, every prolonged silence at a dinner table, these were not coincidences. These were warning shots we ignored. And yes, believe it or not, the water bottle is not a first-time villain. Remember the whispered story of Yandy snapping when Mendeecees brought home the wrong brand of sparkling water, Fiji versus Perrier? Who knew that hydration could be a battlefield? But this was never about mineral water. This was about years of resentment swept under an expensive rug finally bursting through the seams. Think back to that infamous ring-off declaration, Yandy dramatically removing her wedding ring and posting that it would not return until Mendeecees truly stepped up as a husband. That was not just a marital argument, that was the first domino in a long, dark chain reaction. Because when the ring comes off, it stops being a love story and starts looking like a press release. And when love turns into a public relations strategy, trust me, nothing pure can survive. And the whispers, oh, the whispers. Anonymous sources have been feeding the love and hip-hop grapevine for months, claiming Mendeecees has been emotionally absent, attending industry parties alone, allegedly confiding to friends that he needs space, all while cashing in on brand deals built on their couple image. Each rumor is like another nail in the coffin, each sighting like a fresh betrayal. Whether these rumors are fact or fiction almost does not matter anymore. The doubt itself has become poison. The audience can feel it. The cameras can catch it. And tonight, we all see the mask slip. Oh, and let us not forget that infamous business deal bombshell, the one he somehow forgot to mention until Yandy heard whispers about it from strangers. Imagine that. Your partner is shaking hands on side hustles, clinking glasses with investors, while you are at home defending his name in family group chats. She has been fighting battles with friends and relatives, carrying the weight of their image like a badge of honor, while he is out there sipping cocktails and carving out secret money moves. Tell me that is not the kind of betrayal divorces are made of. And social media? It never sleeps. Receipts are everywhere, glowing like neon signs in the dark. Fans have turned into digital detectives, dissecting every caption on Yandy's Instagram. They notice the passive-aggressive quotes about protecting her peace, the vague self-love mantras, and the sudden drought of couple selfies that once flooded her grid. One viral tweet nailed it. When a love and hip-hop star starts posting about guarding her energy, you already know that relationship is on life support. It is the kind of tweet that racks up 20,000 likes because everyone senses the truth. Now, here is where the drama tightens its grip. Word on the street says Yandy has been learning shocking details about her own husband from everyone but him. Picture it, walking into a room, smiling, thinking it is just another day, only to have a stranger casually drop a truth bomb about the man you married. That is not a minor slip. That is the ultimate betrayal, a slow, cold stab to trust itself. And if you think Yandy, the queen of razor-sharp clapbacks, would let that slide, you have clearly never met her. When she finally confronted him, viewers expected remorse. A tearful apology. A crack in the armor. Instead, he doubled down. Defensive mode, activated. Instead of, I am sorry, she got, I do not have time for the nonsense. Really? That is the energy you bring to save a marriage built on years of sacrifice? Each cold reply is like a match to dry paper. And every time Yandy pleads that she is the one keeping the marriage afloat, Mendeecees fires back with, I have been fighting since day one. So now love is a scoreboard? This is starting to look less like Us Against the World and more like Mayweather vs. Pacquiao, domestic edition. And then there is the elephant sipping mojitos in the room, Puerto Rico. While their marriage dangles by a thread, Mendeecees is allegedly plotting a quick escape to Puerto Rico with Scrappy, his way of clearing his mind. Translation: he is choosing jet skis and beach parties over couples therapy. Yandy is practically begging for emotional presence, and he is basically saying, catch me on the beach. Maybe I will text you later. Those choices do not scream healing, they scream priorities misplaced. Here is the dangerous part. When trust is already cracked, these so-called small choices build into a skyscraper of doubt. It is not about the water bottle. It is not even about Puerto Rico. It is about the brutal truth that they are no longer playing on the same team. Once love turns into a competition of who sacrifices more, who suffers longer, who scores the most points for endurance, that is no marriage, it is a failing business contract with broken clauses and unpaid emotional invoices. And trust me, the internet is feasting on every drop of this drama. Reddit threads read like courtroom transcripts. TikTok creators are uploading frame-by-frame breakdowns of every side eye, every pause, every loaded half-smile, circling water bottles on screenshots like it is the Zapruder film of reality TV. Comment sections have turned into live crime scenes of speculation. The wildest revelation? Insiders swear this explosive argument was never supposed to reach the cameras. Production allegedly wanted a calm sit-down, a wholesome redemption arc to mend the couple's image. Instead, what they got was pure, unfiltered chaos. And those cameras, oh, they were rolling. Every raised voice, every icy stare, every muttered jab, captured in 4K. You know the saying, when the cameras catch it, the world does not forget. So now, we ask the real question. Is this just another reality TV bump in the road, or are we watching the final curtain drop on one of love and hip-hop's most famous love stories? From secret deals to public shade, from beach escapes to battlefield arguments, this is not simply a rough patch. This feels like the endgame. And the world is watching, receipts in hand, ready for whatever comes next. If this public meltdown was their version of reconciliation, one has to wonder what a real fight looks like behind closed doors. Because if a single water bottle can trigger, do we even belong together, imagine what the heavyweight issues look like: financial stress, trust fractures, rumors of infidelity. And do not worry, we are about to unpack every dark corner of that vault. This is the point where their love story stops feeling like romance and starts looking like a Netflix docuseries. Picture it: ominous background music, slow zoom-ins on weary friends shaking their heads. Once you peel back the layers of this so-called marriage, leaks, both emotional and financial, spill out faster than Mendeecees can pack a suitcase for Puerto Rico. Let us begin with the glaring spotlight: shady business moves. Allegedly, and I stress allegedly because lawyers love this part, Mendeecees has been wading knee-deep in creative accounting. Anonymous insiders whisper about secret transactions that would make even the Fire Festival mastermind break into a nervous sweat. Think lavish dinners at five-star restaurants while Yandy is pacing at home, wondering who is picking up the kids. The cruel twist? These indulgences are allegedly financed straight from their joint accounts, leaving them more drained than Yandy's patience on reunion night. And do not forget the ghosts of the past. Mendeecees is no stranger to legal troubles, and those old shadows follow him like a storm cloud. Once, Yandy was praised as the loyal queen who held it down while he served time. But loyalty has an expiration date when the same old script keeps replaying. How long can anyone stay Bonnie when Clyde refuses to leave the life of a repeat offender? Then there is the issue of transparency, or the complete absence of it. Yandy finding out life-altering details about her own husband from outsiders is not a one-off horror story, it has become the norm. Imagine her walking into what she believes is a casual meeting, only for a so-called business associate to casually mention a project her husband is knee-deep in, a project she has never heard of. Or worse, she overhears whispers of friendships that are suspiciously intimate for a married man. The shock on her face? Priceless for viewers, soul-crushing for her. Meanwhile, the internet has taken up its role as jury, judge, and executioner. The fandom is split down the middle. On one side is Team Yandy, rallying with comments like, "Sis has carried this man on her back for years. Let him sink or swim alone." On the other side is Team Mendeecees, claiming, she knew what she signed up for. Stop playing the victim. And then there is the chaotic neutral crowd, the digital rubberneckers who do not care who wins, they just want the tea served boiling hot. Social media receipts keep stacking. Screenshots of cryptic tweets. Late-night Instagram lives where Yandy looks one blink away from a breakdown. And, of course, that infamous clip where Mendeecees casually admitted he might not have held Yandy down if the roles were reversed. Fans are still dragging him through every comment section for that mic drop of selfishness. Can anyone blame them? Because if loyalty is not mutual, what is it? A sponsorship deal in disguise? Speaking of sponsorships, the business fallout is already rumbling beneath the surface. Rumor has it that several brands are hesitating to attach their name to the Yandy Mendeecees empire. Think about it. Who wants to launch couple goals merch when the couple in question cannot agree on who is even fighting harder to keep the marriage alive? One skincare brand has allegedly paused its collaboration after watching the latest Love and Hip Hop episodes unfold like an open wound. It is a chilling cascade: private betrayals, public explosions, financial tremors, and a fan base documenting every second. And the scariest part? We might still be in the early chapters of this unraveling saga. Because nothing screams by this moisturizer like two people screaming over a bottle of Poland Spring on national television. And just when you think the chaos could not possibly escalate, enter the leaked DMs. Allegedly, a well-known influencer slid into Yandy's inbox with a bombshell. She supposedly saw Mendeecees getting way too comfortable at an exclusive Atlanta event. No photographs, of course, because the internet delights in half-baked tea, but enough to send the rumor mill spinning like a runaway Ferris wheel. True to her enigmatic style, Yandy did not respond with fiery posts or long rants. Instead, she delivered the most devastating clapback of all: silence. Strategic, ice-cold silence. And believe me, that quiet roared across social feeds louder than any argument. Meanwhile, Mendeecees doubled down on his favorite strategy: victim mode. To him, Yandy's every attempt to discuss their fractured trust is just nitpicking. He sees every conversation as an ambush, every concern as an attack. According to insiders, he has even told friends he feels like he is fighting for his life every day. Sir, no one is asking you to fight for your life. She is asking you to fight for your marriage. There is a difference. Fans are not letting this slide. The internet's commentary is vicious and merciless. One viral quip reads, "Mendeecees fights harder for extra sauce at Buffalo Wild Wings than he does for Yandy." Another hit with surgical precision: "If Puerto Rico is therapy, then my ex must have been a licensed psychiatrist at Cancun." These comments rack up likes in the tens of thousands because they echo what viewers are screaming at their screens: his priorities are upside down. But in this theater of heartbreak, Yandy is no saint either. Let us be real. She has weaponized drama before. Remember the ring stunt? Turning a symbol of commitment into a strategic prop. Some fans hail it as empowerment, others call it manipulation, proof that she thrives on the spectacle of being the long-suffering wife fighting for a man she secretly knows is not worthy. Ouch. And yet, maybe both sides are right. Maybe both are wrong. Perhaps their entire relationship is no longer about love but about optics, sponsorships, and airtime. Because when every tear becomes a meme and every argument is replayed in 4K slow motion, how do you even tell where performance ends and reality begins? Meanwhile, the true collateral damage is quietly watching. Their children. Yandy often says she wants to raise them in a home filled with love and laughter. But what the kids are witnessing is a masterclass in dysfunction: raised voices, icy silences, and parents locked in a public tug-of-war over who cares more. That is not love, that is chaos dressed up in designer clothes and lit by VH1 studio lights. And believe it or not, we have not reached the climax. Reliable sources, people sipping lattes and spilling tea, warn that this water bottle showdown is only the prelude. The next act could bring consequences that go beyond television drama. We are talking financial audits, collapsed brand partnerships, and possibly a separation that is far more permanent than any symbolic ring stunt. So fasten your seatbelt, because the water bottle was child's play compared to what is coming. Think leaked financial reports, money trails, and whispers of government eyes on their finances. Yes, you heard that right. Rumors of a quiet federal look-see are swirling. Picture IRS analysts and financial regulators in a conference room, half watching Love and Hip Hop clips of Yandy's tearful confessions while cross-referencing spreadsheets where funds appear to move faster than Mendeecees packing his Puerto Rico shorts. Iconic and alarming in equal measure. And the brand world is already reacting. At least two companies, both once eager to hitch their image to this couple goals empire, are reportedly reconsidering. Think about the nightmare optics. Who wants their moisturizer or lifestyle brand trending alongside hashtags like #WaterBottleGate and #BlackLoveCollapse? The fallout is snowballing, and every hour brings new screenshots, new leaks, new questions about how deep this rabbit hole really goes. Welcome to the fallout, a place where popcorn is fresh, tea is boiling, and digital receipts rain down like confetti at a toxic wedding. Because if you still believe this feud began with a simple disagreement over drinking water, oh honey, you have been blissfully asleep. What we are watching is the slow, dramatic collapse of not just a marriage, but an entire reality TV empire built on the fragile illusion of unshakable black love. One insider summed it up perfectly: nobody wants their luxury skincare ad splashed beneath a headline about IRS probes and marriage meltdowns. And really, who can blame them? Because nothing screams hydrated glow like watching two people shred each other on national television over emotional negligence. Meanwhile, the streets are anything but quiet. The fan base has turned into a network of unpaid private investigators. TikTok sleuths are connecting dots like FBI profilers. Redditors are building intricate color-coded timelines with screenshots and digital receipts. And Twitter? Twitter is living its best chaotic life. One viral tweet read, "First the IRS, now the divorce papers, Yandy and Mendeecees are giving us the Walmart version of Bonnie and Clyde." Another fan added with savage accuracy, "At this point even Mona Scott Young could not script this mess." As for the couple themselves, they are trapped in a PR inferno. Yandy is posting serene, inspirational quotes about strength and self-worth, while Mendeecees drops casual gym selfies as though Rome is not burning behind him. It is the emotional equivalent of, "Yeah, the house is on fire, but check out these abs." Fans are not fooled. They read the silence as guilt, the quotes as silent cries for help, and the selfies as cheap distraction tactics. The consequences are looming like storm clouds. If this spiral continues, and every sign points to yes, we are no longer talking about a simple breakup. We are talking about reputational freefall. Love and hip-hop checks can only stretch so far, and when the audience finally clocks out, their leverage in reality TV collapses faster than Mendeecees' patience when Yandy corrects his water order. Without that relevance, without that brand identity, what is left? A fractured family, a mountain of debt, and a legacy soaked in petty arguments and defensive outbursts. And do not underestimate the legal tremors. Should the rumored government probe pick up steam, the fallout could mean subpoenas, frozen accounts, and another courtroom spectacle. Yandy, who has carefully built her public image as a businesswoman and activist, risks being dragged into the mud simply through proximity. Her reputation, her philanthropic projects, her entire personal brand, everything she has worked for, could take collateral damage. And if there is one thing Yandy despises more than being ignored, it is being sidelined in her own narrative. Yet behind every viral headline lies the human cost. Beyond the memes, beyond the Twitter roasts and YouTube speculation, there are children watching this slow-motion implosion. Children who feel the tension